to Inside the Training Room, a place to get all of your questions and answers to building a huge and successful home business. My name is Christine Dwyer, and I am the president and founder of Platinum Presenters, which I am a Team Beachbody coach. And I wanted to get started with one of the first questions. How do you handle not being a person that just jumps and attacks people like a swarm of sharks? I didn't have a shark costume, so deal with that. I'm a dinosaur. I'm a T-Rex today. Imagine I'm a T-Rex. Same concept, though. How do you handle being online or working with other people that are in the same business as yourself and are jumping and attacking someone as soon as that person expresses the slightest bit of interest in wanting to know about product or about this business? Well, I'll tell you point blank honestly, people typically will always go with the person that they trust the most and that they feel is not going to just be in it for a short period of time because they're trying to sell them on something. So I always kind of use this story. Think about whenever you've gone into a furniture store. As soon as you walk in to go shopping, what immediately happens? You get attacked. You get attacked by all these salespeople. Hey, let me help you. Hey, this sale's going on. Hey, hey, hey. And immediately like, stop, stop, stop. Get away, get away. Because all we want to do is look first. And if I see something that I like, then I want you to be available. So I don't want to search the store for you. I just want you to be available. That's going to be your best case whenever you're working with building a business online. Because I assume that's where you're talking about. Is you will have the best aspect of talking to people if they trust you. So how can you get someone to trust you? Just build a relationship with them. Try not to just talk to people just for one reason, because if you're only talking to people just for one reason to get something out of them, it doesn't last long. Hey duckies, got lots of duckies. It doesn't last long. So you really want to think about not attacking people. So if you see other people doing that, then just be aware. Just don't do that. Here's a big tip. I cannot stand when another coach or someone else in the business like this, another business even, posts on my Facebook wall trying to sell themselves when I'm in the same business as them. Ugh, that is the worst thing you could do as a coach, and I'm going to delete you when you do that. But the thing is you want to be a pillar of support for people. So go out there and be friends with people. Careful that you're just not talking to them to have an agenda, because if you have an agenda, it doesn't last very long and that relationship will surely sour. So no attacking. Do not attack. Just eat leaves. Brontosaurus. I'm a brontosaurus. Hey, do you live in a small town too? Well, if you live in a small town and a lot of people just really don't see the value of what you're doing in this business because they're all stuck in their own wrapped up world that nothing can change, this is just the way it is, or we really love this product and we're only going to stick to this product. Well, think about it. This world is so big. If you live in a small world, your own island, you don't have to focus just on the people around you. But I'll give you a tip number one. If you are focusing on the people and you want to build a strong community around you, you can really take advantage of being in a small area and building a name for yourself in the business that you want to build just by creating a community. People like to be a part of groups, communities, friendships. They like to feel successful. So this is what you can do, especially if you're building your Beachbody business, is really focus on helping people be accountable. So fit clubs are the #1 things that you could do to build a rapport in your community and get a lot of people to act together as a unit, and also get them exposed to living into a healthier lifestyle with no strings attached. That's #1. I would suggest that's your biggest tip. But the other big tip that I would suggest is this is a big, big world, and today it is all online. The way the future is that most people are going to be doing their primary profession or even a secondary job at home. All people are going to be doing is an online business one way or another. So get prepared. If you're not already firmly having your handle in social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, your blog, or Flickr, or many other out there, even MySpace. I'll throw MySpace in there. If you don't already have a handle on it, then get a handle on it, because that's the way of the world. That's what people are doing. So the way you're going to build your business is just go find other people online that have the same interest as you. You don't want to speak just about Beachbody to people, because that's not what this is about. This is about connecting with people with the same interest as you that might not be about Beachbody. Hey, do you like fishing? Or do you like building sandcastles on deserted islands? Go find those other people that like to build sandcastles on deserted islands. Hey, I'll see you later. I'm going to go check out this spaceship and see if it's going to take me off this island. Bye-bye, guys. Oh no, I was just about to climb this tall building, but I will take the time out to answer your question. The question is how do you effectively manage it all? Time, that is. Well, the thing is that you got to really focus on having a set schedule, and what I would always suggest is write it down, have a to-do list. Everyone is going to run their life a little bit differently. Me, I'm a tactile person. I grew up when I was working in the medical industry using a Franklin day planner, so my hair is in the way. I'm very used to writing things down. I use Outlook, so I now have transferred over to a Mac, so I use an Entourage. But I use that calendar to help me keep on task, but I also write things down every day. So every day I physically write things down. A lot of people suggest using your BlackBerry or your iPhone or some smartphone type device that you can write your to-do list on. Whatever works for you, but you have to do it daily. Now here's a big tip of advice that I always kind of will do to make sure that I can fit it all in. You have to schedule it. So it's easy to not do it because it's easy to skip. So I treat certain important tasks like it's a doctor's appointment. Because for instance, if you schedule a doctor appointment, you go. You don't miss that appointment. My hair is in the way. You don't miss that appointment. You basically make sure you hit that appointment. Treat your business like a doctor's appointment. Treat your business like you're an employee. And if you don't show up for work when you scheduled yourself to work, then you should fire yourself. That's where you really should go with this. So how do I work with it? This is how I work with it. And I don't know, it might help you, it might not, but I'm just giving you my tips. This is my channel, so it's my tips. Anyway, this is the way I look at it. I only look to really kind of what the week in front of me has in store. So I don't really pay attention to months out there. What do I got going on, weeks, and yada, yada, yada. I really focus just on what's the week in front of me. So if you can, take out your calendar and look at the week and however you want to schedule your week. So I'll look at it from Monday through Sunday and I schedule in what I need to accomplish on each of those days. Now I've got that master plan. So I've got my week schedule in front of me. But then each day I pull out a sheet of paper, because that's just me, and I write down everything I have to do. So everything, and that might not mean everything I have to do that day, but again, I just rewrite down everything again, copying it from the day before, and then I prioritize what needs to get done in the order it needs to get done. So I number 1. That's the first thing that I have to do. No matter what, do that. Number 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. And if you can at least get through your top 3, you've been successful for the day. So make sure that you at least number and get through as many as you can in your to-do list for each day, but eat that frog. You want to do the thing that you always put off the most first. So eat that frog and get that done. That's what I would suggest for time management. You schedule it in. I'm a mom of 2 small kids, so I can effectively work when they're sleeping. So right now my daughter's taking a nap, and that's why I'm talking to you right now in my Superman outfit. I'm a woman. Come on, I'm a woman. So you enlisted my help to help find some people for you. I'll tell you my secrets. It's all about spinning webs. That's all it takes. All you got to do is to try to talk to finding people out there about building this business, is to find other people who have the same interest as you. I could say it over and over and over again, but it's a matter of getting and collecting a lot of people that are in your same world and that you guys have a lot of common interests with. Because when you do that, then you have a web of people, a network of people, a community of people that are all interested in the same thing. So when you have a lot of people that are interested in the same thing, then probably they might be interested in something else you do. So don't think about just talking to people who want to get more involved in fitness. Don't think about just talking about people who use P90X. Don't think about just talking to people about that angle. Start talking to people who've got an interest in other things that you have in common, because then you never know if then they have this other area of interest as well. One for the money, two for the show. Hey, baby, how you doing out there? Well, how can you draw attention in building this business? This is easy. So many times people are thinking about trying to just sell people on the Beachbody products and, oh, the coaching business and buy P90X and buy Turbo Jam and blah, blah, blah. Don't think about talking to people about just selling what you have and that you become this annoying person. How can you share your story all while building your business? This is easy. Stop talking about it. Stop talking about Beachbody so much. Think about it. How has Elvis drawn an attention about him? Why did people want to come and see Elvis? Because was it that all he ever did was talk about that he can only sing and that's all he can do? No. Elvis had so much about him that was of interest, and people just flocked to pay attention to him. Who he married, his house out in Graceland, and of course his songs, but his addictions, his problems, his story. He had a story, and that's why to this day people still flock to go and see his legend, his story. And that's what you want to think about for yourself. So if your friends and if your family are annoyed at you because it's all you ever do is share your story and talk about Beachbody, is that all you're about? Is that all you're about? When you go to a party, do you walk in and say, okay, so today I did my Turbo Fire and then I had my Shakeology, but this time I made my Shakeology with peanut butter and almonds and leaves. I just amazed how great how Shakeology is. And then tomorrow what I think I'm going to do is some insanity. Seriously, if you're constantly talking about your product and your business, nobody wants to be around you. Stop being the sole conversation about your business. Be you. Talk about you. Talk about life. Because when you become interesting, and if you're not just constantly talking about your journey and where you are now and your successes, and you're just talking about life, what your kids are doing, what the weather is doing, and what is going on in the world, then you become interesting. Just because you became a Beachbody coach doesn't mean now that your language has to constantly be spilling out something about Beachbody or anything about this business. Still be you. Still make friends because they want to be friends with you, not because of what company you now own. So, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, thank you so much for following me on Inside the Training Room. Now, I hope that this really helps and you can get that out there and start putting it to action. I will see you next week. Bye. Party, people, let. Run my party.